Welcome to Golf Talk with Tiff. Yes, that's me, Tiff, the lady golf teacher. What I will do here is build belief in you to accomplish your dreams for your golf. I'll be your mentor and give you the skills, strategies, and guidance to make it happen. Teed high, let it fly. Now let's get into today's episode. Hey there, Tiff here, and welcome to Golf Talk with Tiff. Lovely to have you back, and I look forward to sharing with you today what we're going to be talking about, because we're going to be talking about recover and reset. And we're actually going to be talking in the sense of recover, in the sense of like recovery, like after you've competed. It's not the sense that you go and have a sit down and, put a cloth over your head and rest. It's about recovering from the last 6 months, reflecting on what's happened over the last 6 months in your golf. And then what we're going to do is then reset some goals so that we are working towards what we want to accomplish in the next 6 months. So what we're going to be doing here is, I call it halftime. We get nice sports analogies that we have in place. We could call it that you're halfway through your round. So you've just finished the front 9 on your holes, and now we're ducked off to get something to eat, ducked off to the loo. But your loo is going to be, or the toilet, bathroom, is going to be, we're going to have recovery time. Okay, so we've just played our front 9. We're going to play the back 9, which will be the next 6 months, over the next 6 months time, so that we've got some goals in place and we know what we're working towards. So with regards to setting goals, I'm a big goal setter, and I'm just going to share with you this year why I didn't set goals, and then we're going to actually work on then reflecting on the last 6 months with our golf, and then what we do from that point. So I haven't talked much about goals throughout the year, and if you're older than me, you'll probably relate to this. If you're younger than me, you won't. But I turned 50 last year, and I went through a massive process of looking like my life was a failure, and I was disappointed, and I felt like I hadn't accomplished anything that I wanted to accomplish by the time I turned 50. And so all I felt was sadness and disappointment about turning 50. I lived with a lot of dread and about getting closer to 50, because I had all these big goals that I wanted to accomplish, and I hadn't accomplished them. So when 50 came along, I went, oh, well, then I'm a failure and a disappointment. And my beautiful hubby, Ian, he kept saying to me, or everyone calls him Coxie, he said to me, look, you've accomplished so much. You've been a tennis player. You've had a chance to compete overseas. You've been a tennis coach. I still do teach tennis. You're successful in teaching tennis. You've had a successful sports skills business. You're good at teaching. You're a good golf player. You're a good golf coach. You're successful in teaching that as well. You can play any sport that you put your hand to. And he said, you've accomplished so much. But I couldn't see it. And to turn a long story into a short story, the world's a mirror of what you see. So my world at that time was that I saw failure and disappointment. And the reason for that is because I hadn't accomplished the big goals that I had set myself that I wanted to accomplish leading up to turning 50. There was a big goal that I had when I was when I was about 5, and I didn't get to accomplish my big dream of playing at Wimbledon and winning Wimbledon and all that, what Ash Barty was able to do. So I lived a lot with regret on not accomplishing that dream, and also giving up on my tennis career. And there's a lot of things going on. So it was a pretty challenging time. I even looked at changing careers from moving out of golf teaching, just because I was just felt so dissatisfied within. Not that I don't love to teach golf. I love teaching golf, and I love teaching tennis, and I love teaching sport. I love technique. It gives me a big thrill to help somebody accomplish a goal in their sport, whether it be, golf or tennis or anything else. Really, I love technique, but I had my own, inner demons that I was dealing with, and you can probably relate to that. We all have something that we need to deal with, but it was time that I had to let go of some things, and to be able to put myself in a position of moving forward and changing the world that I saw. So rather than looking at the world as disappointment and failure, I wanted to look at the world with peace and happiness and enjoyment and all of that. And I found that over leading up to turning 50, a lot of it was me whipping myself, so to speak, verbally being judgmental of myself about everything that I did, and nothing was ever good enough and all of that. And we could go into a whole conversation about why that was so, but I'm not going to bore you with the details today. We can talk about what it's like and what you go through about not feeling like you're worthy or good enough, in another session, but not today. So anyway, long story short, been through a big process. But the things now that I'm on the other side of all this big process that I went through, things that I really worked out that I wanted was that I still wanted to be a mentor in golf. I still wanted to be a mentor in you. And that's why then I have come up with Golf Talk with Tiff. I thought it's time to change the name of the podcast, because previously it was Reach Your Potential with Tiff, and I wanted to do a lot of personal development and so on. But I love golf. I have so many people that come and have conversations with me about their golf, and and I teach a lot of people through their golf and help them work through areas. I thought, it's time that I actually put a podcast together and dedicate it just purely to golf, so that I can help you, whatever it is that you're going through in your golf, to help you accomplish your golf dreams, no matter how old you are. Okay? Never think that however old you are that you shouldn't have a dream. You want to have a dream. Most beautiful thing that I ever got from a woman called Margaret, I won't say her last name, but Margaret many years ago came and learnt how to play golf with me, and she moved up to Queensland with her husband, and she dropped by my house not long before they left, and she gave me a beautiful present and a card, and the card said, "Tiff, thank you for making my dreams come true." And I thought that was the most beautiful thing that someone had said to me at that point about their golf. Thank you for making my dreams come true. And I thought that was just such a beautiful thing, and I want to make your dreams come true. And this is why Golf Talk with Tiff is now here. So I want to be a mentor to you. I want to help you and guide you where I can to help you accomplish your golf dream. I have my own dreams as well in golf and tennis, but I'm not going to share them with you today. But I still want to be out there teaching golf and tennis. I've just recently built a online golf store that we've just launched, that I've gone into partnership with. So it's called golfbargains.com.au, again, to help you get the right equipment at good prices that we can offer. And getting back into golf tours. So I've teamed back up with Ainsley from Golf and Tours, which we originally, when she first started a business, we originally got together and started doing golf tours together. And then I just wanted to go in a different direction, so I took some time away. Didn't know if I'd ever do golf tours again. I just didn't say no, I'd never do them again. I just left the door open, and the opportunities come about now that I get to do golf tours again. So we've got some great ones coming up very soon. The Blue Mountains, there's a Blue Mountains golf tour. I believe there might be a Bonneville tour that I'll be hosting, Gerringong tour. And when we get to travel overseas again, we're going to go overseas again at some point. We'll do some golf tours overseas, which I look forward to. And man, I can't wait to go back to Canada again. That was the most amazing experience, going to Canada. And I'd love to take you on a golf tour to Canada. Beautiful. So look forward to that. So at the moment, though, if you live in Sydney like I do, we're in a process at the moment going through lockdown. So we're just going through what other countries have gone through earlier in the year. Now it looks like it's our turn again. But what I want you to do here in this episode is I want you to actually stop and reflect. Now that we're halfway through the year, I want you to actually have a look and see where you're at with your golf. And in the episode that's going to be following this one, we're going to set some goals for the rest of the year. But I don't want you to have to rush through what we're going to do here. But I want you to give yourself a breather, recover, and reset. Okay, that's what we're going to do, recover and reset. So I have a few questions here that I'm going to ask you. There's 5 questions that I want you to work through. So I hope you've got your notepad all at the ready and a pen poised, ready to take these notes down, or these questions anyway, because you're going to write out the answers for these. So I want you to look at this, like I said, as our recovery period. And question number 1 will be, what are the lessons that you have learnt over the last 6 months? What are the good lessons you've learnt, and what are the challenging lessons that you've learnt? And I want you to look at this as golf. You can look at this in life as well, like what you've experienced in your life up until these last 6 months, or you can just make it golf specific. I'm happy for you to do that. Either way, whatever works for you. But what's worked well in the sense of what's been good and what's been really challenging in the lessons that you've learnt over the last 6 months. Number 2, what has worked well in the past 6 months? Number 3, what has not worked well in these past 6 months? So you can see that questions 2 and 3 actually are the same in the sense of the lessons that you've learnt from question 1, and you can really identify what's worked really well in the last 6 months and what hasn't worked very well for you in the last 6 months. Question 4, have you achieved your goals for the 6 months? And so if you got yes, well, write down how did you achieve your goals. If you've written no, why not? I haven't achieved my goals for the last 6 months because I didn't set any. So which is, very different from the path of where I'm going to go now, but that can be an answer, can't it? And number 5, we want to actually write out what's next. And what I mean by that is I want you to write out what you have to do next to achieve the goals that you haven't achieved, or there may be some new goals that you want to pursue. I want you to just write them all out, lay them out here, so that next time when you listen to the next episode, which is our reset episode, in the sense of we're going to start working on setting some goals. I want you to get all the information out of your head, okay, and get it all down here. So I'll just quickly share with you those 5 questions again. So question 1, what are the lessons that you have learnt over the past 6 months? So what are the good lessons you've learnt? What are the challenging lessons you have learnt? Number 2, what has worked well the last 6 months? Number 3, what has not worked well for the last 6 months? Number 4, have you achieved your goals for the 6 months? Yes. And how? No. Why not? And number 5, what's next? So I want you to give yourself some time to work through these questions and get yourself ready to reset yourself for the rest of the year. So when you listen to the next episode, you've done this and you're ready for the next one. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Love it if you could share with me what you like best about what you heard. If you've got friends that you know that would benefit from these Golf Talk with Tiff episodes, please share them with your friends, because we want to build the reach your potential, not the reach your potential with Tiff, but really the lady golf teacher and you reaching your potential in your golf with Tiff. And build it as this community as big as we possibly can. So I hope you enjoyed it. I want you to Dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams. And then I want you to tee it high, let it fly. Take care. Look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye for now. Before you go, do you want to build confidence, belief, strength, and courage in you to go after your big dreams in your life and in your sport? If you do, go to www.tiffany-mika.com and get a copy of my book, Focus, How to Reach Your Potential in Sport, Business and Life. I look forward to seeing you there. Dream big, believe in you, go after your dreams.